Hi everyone, this is Don Ross coming at you from Prince Edward Island on Canada's East Coast, which is where I live and where I have my recording studio. I spend pretty much every day, all day in here these days. Do a lot of film scoring, a lot of music for video games, and of course I've also been working on an album. Over the course of the last little while I've been releasing singles. I just released a single now in November of 2022, my arrangement of a Taylor Swift tune, and earlier on I did a piece for guitar and orchestra, which I released to the streams back in the spring. And last summer, I also released a tune dedicated to Eddie Van Halen, a tune called As Eddie Leaves the Building. So those are three tunes that are going to be on an upcoming album. Now, over the course of the last several years, I've been trying to figure out how best to release my music. I've been at this game for a long time, and I've released probably 18 or 19 solo records, and some collaborative things with Andy McKee and Callum Graham and Brooke Miller and Don Ross Louder Than Usual and on and on. But over the course of the years, of course, we've seen the music industry change really radically. People are buying fewer and fewer actual physical CDs than they used to. Vinyl has seen a resurgence, which is kind of cool. And then, of course, we've seen the ascendancy of streaming, especially during the pandemic, that kind of took over. But I know that there are lots of people out there who still really like to support the music and really want to get behind it and want to see the stuff get out there. And there are a lot of you who are really still into physical media, like vinyl LPs, like CDs, and like other things you can put your hands on. So I'm launching my very first Kickstarter campaign. Now, of course, you know that I've been involved with various record labels over the years, most recently with Candy Rat Records. I was their first signing. And Candy Rat's a great label run by really wonderful people. But now more than ever, I really feel it's important for me to take charge of my own recordings and not give up any of my ownership, all that kind of stuff. These days, there are some really prominent people, even people like Taylor Swift, who are encouraging artists to retain ownership of their music. It's really important, and I'm seeing that more and more. That's the wisest move. Here's a quick look at my studio here on Prince Edward Island, where the magic happens. And I'm all set up here to record and mix in both stereo and Dolby Atmos surround sound. Yes, that's a lot of speakers you're seeing around the room. There's a couple of speakers in my stereo rig and also another 7 surround speakers and 4 overhead speakers for Dolby Atmos mixing, and even a great big subwoofer on the floor. So that way I'm able to create completely 3-dimensional immersive audio, which sounds great and can be streamed on Apple Music or Amazon Music or Tidal at this point. There are also a couple of other services that do Dolby Atmos streaming overseas. Like I mentioned before, some of the recording has already been done, and I've released 3 of the songs already. 2 of them are solo guitar tunes, and one of them is a piece for guitar and orchestra, which I recorded with an orchestra based in Prague, Czech Republic. And that sounds beautiful. That's already out there on the streams in both stereo and Dolby Atmos. The record will also feature guest appearances by incredible bass player Michael Manring, who of course has worked with everyone, including Michael Hedges and Callum Graham and a host of others, as well as the harmonica genius Carlos Del Junco. And I'm also planning to hire the Atlantic String Machine, which is a great string quintet here on Prince Edward Island, to do some of my work for guitar and chamber orchestra. So it's going to be a nice mixed bag of stuff, everything from pop music covers to great big tunes for guitar and orchestra, and maybe even a vocal tune or 2. So those singles that I've been releasing, they're all going to be part of a full-length record that I plan to release by the spring of 2023. And that's going to be on both vinyl LP, 180 gram, and also on CD and high-end lossless digital download. So this is your chance to become a patron of what I do and get behind the music and pre-order so that you'll be the first cool kid on your block to own a copy of my upcoming record. So there are all kinds of ways to do that. You can see on the tiers on the Kickstarter page, you can go all the way from pre-ordering a digital download all the way to having me come and do a private house concert for you and your friends. So I look forward to putting out the new record in the new year. And this is your chance to get behind the music, to own the record either as a digital download or as a CD or as an LP. Or you can order one of the other packages that are there. T-shirts, USB sticks, live concerts. You can even get behind the music in a big way and become an executive producer of the record and have your name in the credits on the liner notes as well. There's all kinds of ways to support the music. So thanks very much for your support, and check out the site and check out the music, and we'll see you soon.